Dear students, let us learn about Euclid's axioms and postulates. Starting with Euclid's definitions, he assumed certain properties which we are not to be proved. Hence, these assumptions are actually considered to be obvious universal truths. Euclid divided all these universal truths into two types, axioms and postulates. Common notions called axioms, and these were assumptions used throughout mathematics and not specifically linked to geometry. He used the term postulate for the assumptions that were specific to geometry. So let us now discuss some axioms of Euclid. First axiom, things which are added to the same thing are equal to one another. For example, if A is equal to B and A is equal to C, then B will be equal to C. This could be applied to plane figures also. Example, if an area of a triangle equals the area of a rectangle and the area of the rectangle equals that of a square, then the area of the triangle also equal to the area of the square. Magnitudes of the same kind can be compared and added, but magnitudes of different kinds cannot be compared. Example, a line cannot be added to a rectangle, nor can an angle be compared to a pentagon. Second, if equals are added to equals, the wholes are equal. If A is equal to B, then A plus K is equal to B plus K. Then third, if equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. If A is equal to B, then A minus K is equal to B minus K. Fourth, things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. If two things are identical, that means they are same, then they are equal. In other words, everything equals itself. It is the justification of the principle of superpositions. Fifth, the whole is greater than a part. That means 1 is greater than 1 by 2 and 1 is greater than 2 by 3, like this. It gives the definition of greater than. For example, if a quantity B is a part of another quantity A, then A can be written as the sum of B and some third quantity C. Symbolically, A is greater than B means that there is some C such that A is equal to B plus C. Sixth, things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. If A is equal to B, then 2A is equal to 2B. Then seventh, things which are halves of the same thing are equal to one another. That means if A is equal to B, then half of A is equal to half of B. Let us now discuss some postulates of Euclid. Here we will discuss about 5 postulates of Euclid. First, a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. This postulate tells us that at least one straight line passes through 2 distinct points, but it does not say that there cannot be more than one such line. However, in his work, Euclid has frequently assumed, without mentioning, that there is a unique line joining 2 distinct points. We state this result in the form of an axiom as follows. Axiom of postulate 1. Given 2 distinct points, there is a unique line that passes through them. Question 1. How many lines passing through P also pass through Q? Second, how many lines passing through Q also pass through P? Only one. That means the line PQ are both in questions. Here is the diagram. From the diagram it concludes that the statement above is self-evident and so is taken as an axiom. So here P and Q are 2 points. So we can draw only one line that passes through 2 points P and Q. Second, a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. Note that what we call a line segment nowadays is what Euclid called a terminated line. So according to the present day terms, the second postulate says that a line segment can be extended on either side to form a line. So here in the diagram, AB is the line segment and it can be extended on either side to form a line. Third, a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. Fourth, all right angles are equal to one another. Next come to fifth postulate, which is very important. If a straight line falling on 2 straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than 2 right angles, then the 2 straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of the angles is less than 2 right angles. So here is the explanation of postulate 5. The line PQ in figure falls on lines AB and CD such that the sum of the interior angles 1 and 2 is less than 180 degree on the left side of PQ. Therefore, the lines AB and CD will eventually intersect on the left side of PQ. So thank you. These are all about Euclid's axioms and postulates. Please go through it.